Howdy everybody, Cub here. Welcome to episode 250 of the Let's Play. That's right, 250 episodes. Quarter of a way to 1,000. That's awesome. So, yeah, thank you guys who have continued to support me throughout this whole Let's Play. And yeah, many more episodes to come, of course. So, today what we're going to do is we're going to make a new farm. That's right, new farm. We haven't made one in quite some time because we haven't needed to. Our other farms all around here are quite efficient, so we haven't needed to until now. With Minecraft 1.9, we can now make a chorus fruit farm. So chorus fruit, obviously the fruit right here. Just eat one of these. See, this gives you the ability to teleport like we just did there. But if we actually smelt this up, as I'm doing right here, into the popped chorus fruit, this actually allows us to make some of the new blocks. So it's actually quite useful to have a chorus fruit farm. Whoops, too much. Got overzealous there. There we go. Yeah, so you can make the Purpur blocks, and then of course, you know, the variants, the slabs, you can make the stairs, or you can make the pillars if you get some slabs like that. So yeah, this will allow us to make Purpur blocks in much greater quantities. They're not useful for a whole lot, but they are, I do want to have a good supply of them, because there is some stuff I want to do with them. So, in order to do that, we have to better understand the mechanics of the chorus flowers. So first of all, let me get a water bucket here. Let me actually get like 2 or 3 water buckets. And we're going to get some water. And we'll go down to the redstone testing area, I think. So we'll go ahead and grab just a few buckets here. By the way, I wanted to show this last time, but I don't think I did at the end of the episode. Some people were saying I should put mending on my armor. I do indeed have mending on all my armor now. And we also maxed out the armor. So this is pretty much as good as it gets in terms of armor in Minecraft. And yes, I know some people don't like the thorns on the armor, but I love it. Because like, if I take a shot at a skeleton and he misses, he might hit me, and then he goes down because he doesn't have, or the thorns affects him then. So yeah, I prefer thorns on armor actually. So yeah, let's get down here to the redstone testing area. So this is what I want to show you guys. So basically, the way you have to farm these chorus flowers, there's a couple things you need to be concerned about. So number one, probably the biggest thing, is that you have to be concerned about sustainability. So you have to gather enough chorus flowers to basically make it worthwhile to, or basically get more chorus flowers than you started with, essentially, is what you have to do. Otherwise you run out, then you have to go back to the end. And yeah, that takes time, and we don't want to have to do that. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, you got to sort of understand the properties of the chorus flower. So if I go ahead and put some down like this, I'll just put one right next to another one, to the other one. Or actually, I'll just do this a few times. So you can't have chorus fruit growing right next to one another. So like if you have something like this, these two, this one and this one, will die. And you see it just died right there. So we don't want that. So yeah, we can't place these next to each other, basically, is what that means. So I'm just going to get this back. And yeah, so let me place down another one of these right here, and I'll place another one here. So we have to sort of separate the chorus fruit. The other thing is that these can be broken by water. Now, if you break it by water, like just the flower by water, I'll just show you here, you see that the flower doesn't drop. So you have to actually harvest the flowers manually. So that prevents some challenges. Namely that we have to figure out a way to harvest these manually quite easily, while also, yeah, allowing for a lot of growth of the stem, like this stem right here, because that's what gives you basically the majority of the fruit. And so we can actually take advantage of this. We can actually take advantage of the fact that if you place a block on top of this thing will no longer grow now. So this flower is basically stuck. This one will continue to grow, just like that. Wow, this thing is really cooperating with me. So yeah, this side will continue to grow, and it'll just keep growing until it can't grow anymore, which is the roof here in this case. But the chorus fruit can grow up to, I think it's 16 tall. Might be 16, yeah, I think it's 16 or 17 or so. So yeah, that is what we are dealing with here. So, I've come up with a pretty cool design, I think. Let's just go ahead and harvest this here. Whoops. See if I put it here. Nope, around the corner. It won't. What the heck? What the heck? There. Okay. And yeah, basically if we break this bottom block here, let me just do this. We break this bottom block with water. You'll see that the flowers won't drop again, but the stem will drop the coarse fruit. So if I just do that real quick, yeah, it breaks the entire thing, but again, none of the flowers dropped. So let's take that and let's make a farm with it. See if we harvest it manually, it does break, or it does give us the flower. So let's take that and let's turn it into a farm. So I'm thinking we're gonna make like a diagonal based farm. I've seen something similar to what I'm going to show you guys here on a channel called Morsey's Minecraft. However, the design I use is a little bit cheaper, and it also yields more coarse fruit, which is what we want. Plus, it's sustainable and all that, so yeah. But the base concepts come from Morsey, which is it's a great channel, Morsey's Minecraft. If you haven't heard of it, haven't seen it yet, I recommend it. Right, okay, so to build this, we're going to need a couple of different things. I'm actually going to dump some stuff in here. We're going to need some water buckets. We're going to need some dispensers. We're going to need some purpur blocks, which I want to use for like the outside, I think. Purpur blocks and purpur pillars for the outside. And let's see, I think we also want some slabs. And there's sort of two different ways I can collect things. I can either collect things via hopper or minecarts. Now, the minecarts is way cheaper, but the hoppers are a little bit neater, I guess is how I want to say it. So we'll see which one we use. I think I might go with the hoppers, maybe, but I don't know. It takes a lot of iron. So maybe we go with the minecart. Anyway, let's go out here and see if we can find a spot for this. I'm thinking we go over here on the opposite side here for this farm. See, I'm thinking like right here. Alright guys, so it turns out upon further inspection that this area here where I was going to put it next to the Villager Trading Center is way too small. We need a much bigger area. So instead of putting it here, I'm going to have to put it somewhere else. But I think we could like maybe move this, or basically turn this into like a path out to Zerazera here. And then maybe next to the path we put something, like some statues or something next to this. But I have to figure something else to do with this area, because I was planning on putting the coarse fruit farm there. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be too small of an area to put there. So let's just get out here. There we go, on top of the mushroom. And I think we're going to put it right out here is where we're going to put it instead. This is typically where I farm my non-oak trees, right here. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to grab some water buckets. And yeah, we're going to put some water buckets down, I think right about, let's say we'll put one down here or so. Yeah, okay, right there. And then we're going to make the perimeter of the farm behind this water block. So we'll bring this back like here. Bring this back like this. There we go. Just like that. And now we want to make another water source over here that is 3 blocks separate from this water source. So let's see. I think maybe here or so. Let's see how many we got there. 2. So we got to go back one more block here. Let's try right there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right there. Okay. Same thing again with this water source. So we need 3 block gaps. So I think it's actually gonna have to be like here or so. A little bit too close. Let's try moving it over one. There we go. 3 blocks. Perfect. And then this one, the final one, is going to have to be... Let's see. We're actually going to have to put this wall here, I think. Otherwise, the water will go just into the into the lake here. So I think this one's going to have to be like... Let's try here. That is 2 blocks only. So let's try here. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. I like it. Okay, so that is what we have to yeah, sort of deal with there. And I'm going to go ahead and just take out some of these blocks, replace them, because we want to have the lighting around here still work well. Behind the water sources, we're going to go ahead and place more blocks. So we're just going to place the purpur blocks behind here. There we go, just like this. On this side, connect it up like that. Go down here, there we go, okay. And let's see, we actually need this to be up one further here, I think. Yeah, needs to be up one further, so we'll put that there and then get rid of these. Perfect. Of course, same thing here. Just run this down like that. And like that. Okay, awesome. So, now that we know where our water source is going to go, I'm going to actually grab some more materials. We need some dispensers, and we need a lot of rail track, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to place down our rails, because that is what is going to control the hopper minecart. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so what we have to do now is we have to take this water, and we got to basically put dispensers facing upward wherever we see the water. So there's a dispenser right there. Place a dispenser over here underneath this one, facing upward. Like that. Heard a witch underground there somewhere. Kind of ominous. Break this one. We'll place a dispenser facing upward right there. And dispenser facing upward right there. Sweet. Okay, cool. And then we're just going to go ahead and go around and put empty buckets in all these. So this is what's basically going to form the system that picks up and dispenses water. That's what this is, what we're doing right here. So there we go, perfect. So that section is now done. Now we have to take our shovels, and we're going to make a 2-deep trench here that basically takes out all the blocks that aren't covered by water right now. So I'm just going to do this real quick. Dig this whole area here 2 deep. So we need to go down another one right here. There we are. And so I'll be back once that is done. Okay guys, so I went ahead and dug out the area 2 blocks deep here. So you can see this whole area here has been dug out. And I put stone bricks down so we can see which blocks our cart needs to cover. Now I'm using a minecart here because it's cheaper than hoppers. And also it causes less lag. And the water sounds are really loud for some reason. But yeah, basically what we need is this minecart to come down this side, collect everything from these left 2 branches, so this branch and that branch, and then we'll have it come back this way, and go down the right side, collect from this branch and the opposite branch. So that's how this thing is going to work. So right now I'm just putting down some rail, as you can see here. This rail just basically needs to curve back and forth, covering every block that's going to be over this, basically every block that's not on the water. So basically what that means is we have to have this come down like this, turn back around, come this way, turn around, and yeah, this way, turn back around. So we'll have to break this. Stone brick here, curve back around. Let's see, another powered rail will go here. So we'll curve around. So you sort of get the idea here. It just sort of basically meanders around like this until it gets all the way to the end on this side. Okay guys, so now we have the rails all done. You can see they sort of zigzag around here. And same thing on the other side, it's just a zigzag pattern for the rails. Now, let me just show you how this works. So basically this thing goes down the left side first. So yeah, you can see it going down the left side here. Making its way across all these blocks. Gets to here, goes underneath the ground here, and then pops up again on this side. Zigzags its way through here on the left, and then we should see it over here. Hit this detector rail, which activates the redstone down there, and yeah, pops it over to where it should be, and then it would presumably, you know, dump off all its stuff that it collected right here. So that's the rail line actually totally done now. Now the only thing we have left to do is to basically go ahead and cover this up, since we now know it works. So we'll cover this up with just some dirt here. Or actually, you know what we should do? Let's not quite yet cover it up. Let's actually do this. I'll just break this for a moment. let's go ahead and put down our end stone. So this is where all of our coarse flowers are going to go. So our end stone is actually going to go right here. So have end stone here. We're going to skip one block diagonally. Place end stone down there. Skip another block diagonally. Right there. Right there. And then same thing on this side. End stone right here. Dig right here. End stone right here. And I should be using my shovel for this, although it's a little bit powerful. So I got to be a little careful. So we'll put end stone here. And there we go. So that's how we're going to put our end stone down. And then we're also going to be putting end stone right here, and right here. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to do for every side. So we're just going to put it in like almost like a triangle shape right there. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and do the same thing on these opposite sides, or these adjacent sides here, as the case may be. And then we'll go ahead and, yeah, go from there. Okay, so with our end stone now put down, now we can go ahead and just fill in all the air blocks here with dirt. And it should overgrow with grass relatively quickly. So that's the next step. So all the dirt is now turning into grass. It was just placed down. And you might have noticed that there's one block where the track doesn't cover. So the minecart won't pick up items from it. Basically, to counteract that, we're going to go ahead and place down a hopper facing into the rail like that. And that will basically ensure that any items that fall into this hopper go into the cart. So yeah, still works. There we go. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to place some blocks on the outside of the triangles of end stone we made earlier. Basically, yeah, this is just to ensure that we have the maximum number of coarse flowers so we can repopulate the farm. So again, like on the inside triangle here, we just sort of go up like this. And then back like this. So that's what I mean by the end stone triangle right there. Already did the outside ones, and we need one more over here. Pretty much. Right here. And then on top of each of these pillars, we're going to go ahead and place down purple stained glass panes. And you could actually use full blocks for this. I'm just using the stained glass panes because they look better. And so we just go along the entirety of the outside here and just place these on every block, except not right there. There we go. And again, this just basically ensures we get the maximum amount of coarse flowers because we want to be able to have a sustainable farm. So this ensures that. So now that we've cleared out all the blocks, we got a bunch of glass panes just sort of hanging in the air there, which is exactly what we want to see. And now the only thing we have left to do is to actually hook up the redstone from this button to all these dispensers around here that hold the water buckets, because we want these to dispense the water whenever we hit the button. And so I've already actually started to do that. So you see this redstone here comes down here, powers this repeater, which powers this redstone, which actually is next to a block right there where the dispenser is. And we have to actually continue this down this way now. So we'll just bring this down here, and we'll probably need a repeater probably somewhere like around here or so. And we'll run this down. And we're actually under the purpur blocks here now, so we can actually raise this up a little bit. And then, yeah, just run it into here. So that should be good. Then, yeah, there's a dispenser right here. So that is going to be activated there. And then we'll just have this continue to come down this way. Down here, we probably need a repeater about right there. Hook this up. So that'll activate the third dispenser, and I already hooked up the last one down here with this redstone line. So, let's see if I can put that down there before that breaks. Nice. Okay, and we just fill this in with dirt. No problem right here. And that's basically it. We got pretty much everything done now. Except for, you know, filling in the dirt around here. So let me just go ahead and fill this in, and then we'll test out this farm. Alright, so I went ahead and redesigned this whole cart area. The reason I had to do that is twofold. So number one, the cart was launching too quickly. So I had the cart basically attached to this button, and that basically resulted in the cart being launched immediately. And the cart was actually getting through this diagonal before the water had a chance to move the coarse fruit over to the diagonal to be picked up. So I had to basically separate the button and the powered rail. So I've done that. And also I wanted the button to both place and pick up the water, whereas before we had to hit the button twice, like a peasant. No, but seriously, I wanted it to just be one button press instead of two button presses for this. So that's what I've done here. So let's go ahead and walk through the redstone. This is not the prettiest redstone ever, but it works. So I'll sort of walk you through what happens in what order. So first of all, when I hit the button, this line is the first to activate. It basically goes to the dispensers. So there is the line you saw me place down here to the right, back, and left dispensers right there. And then the first dispenser gets activated via this line. So there's redstone on top of these two blocks. And that activates the torch here. It turns it on and off. So that basically puts the water into the farm. Now, a few ticks later, after 4 ticks, this torch turns off, which turns this redstone line off, which means this hopper is no longer locked. The items can then flow into this hopper, and then that activates a timer through this circuit here. And basically, this comparator will turn on. It'll turn on this redstone dust, and then after a while, once it gets enough items in it, it basically turns on this dust, at which point this repeater here sends another pulse to the dispensers, so the dispensers pick up the water, and then after another little bit of delay, the cart will launch. So basically we now have the water being dispensed, picked up, and then the cart launches here. So let's go ahead and actually test this out here. Let's put down our hopper minecart here. And we're also going to test the reusability or the sustainability of this farm. So I'm going to go ahead and just, let's see, let's get, we need 40 of these. So we need 40 coarse flour. And we're just going to go ahead and plant these down right here. So again, the purpose of this is to get as many coarse flowers as possible and also get as much coarse fruit as possible. And we need at least 40 coarse flowers to be sustainable, because that's the number we're placing down right now. So I'm just going to go around and place these all down. So this is just basically how you seed the farm. Unfortunately, there's no way to place these down automatically yet. Be awesome if there was, but not quite yet. But there we go. We got our 40 coarse flowers down. Now we just have to wait about 20 minutes for the whole thing to grow. And yeah, I'll wait about 20 minutes, and then we'll see if this thing is working. So at this point, we have basically all of our coarse fruit fully matured. It takes about 20 minutes, like I said, for that to happen. And let's go ahead and actually, you can see we have no coarse flowers in our inventory. So let's go ahead and get the coarse flowers we can from this. I'm just going to take from the second and third levels. So I'm not really going to, focus too much on getting, like these higher ones up here. Although I could get those. Sort of defeats the purpose. And yeah, if that happens, that's going to happen. So yeah, let's just get these on the second level here. So these are really easy to get. You just, one click and it's down, basically. We'll get some of these on the third level too. Any basically flowers that are easy to get. So we don't have to, pillar up or whatever. But yeah, you can see some of these have, two sort of buds. Like this one here has 2 buds. So you make a profit on those, basically. That's what makes the farm feasible. And we have to get over 40 of these to break even, basically. And I think we're on our way to doing that. And I think that might be it, actually. All the flowers. We'll also get this one here. There we go. Got that one. And we'll get this one, too. So, yeah. Let's see how many we got from that. And also, yeah, there's a few more in here, looks like. Yeah, right here. There's a few. And then right here. Nice. Alright, so that must be all of them. Yep, okay, that's it. Sweet. So let's see how many we got. We need 40. We got 48. Sweet. And we might get some more once we activate this. But let's activate this and get all of the chorus. Now, some plants like this have grown outside of the boundary, but we're going to put glass up here in a minute. That'll prevent that. So they'll all be confined and everything will be collected. But let's just go ahead and activate this. So, a lot of lag, but there we go. All the coarse fruit now being pushed toward the center. Some of this coarse fruit does get put up on the yeah, put up on these glass bars, but it's pretty much negligible. And you can see all the coarse fruit being collected, so the cart's going down this way. Now it should come over here, start making its way down this diagonal right here. Beautiful. Still coming down this way, and you see everything gets collected right there, and then it should come up right here. Awesome. Alright, and it should be dumping stuff off. Sweet. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, just beautify up this farm even further. So I'll continue up these pillars until they reach about 20 blocks in height, at which point we'll cap it with some glass, like a glass roof, over this whole farm. And then we'll put glass on the sides too, maybe like purple and magenta, or maybe some black in there. We'll see. But I'm just going to go ahead and beautify this farm up a little bit. Alright, so this is what the coarse fruit farm looks like from the outside. I took some of the banners we found in the end cities and put them on it. And also put on some end rods that I crafted up using some of the Purpur pop coarse fruit that we got from this. And yeah, it looks pretty good, I think. Made like a little plaza area out front. Of course, this is the button to harvest everything. And yeah, I went with black windows on the side. So yeah, that is what it looks like, and it looks really nice inside, I think. Yeah, it looks pretty cool inside here. But anyway, guys, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.